Hi and welcome to my playhouse. And today I have a big box that I can hide behind. So this big box was sent to me by YIXEnergy in Yixiang, China. And it's all you guys' fault because I read the comments of my videos, and I was doing videos on batteries for my home here, and I've been purchasing cells, like the big cells, 24 volt 100 amp hour batteries, and I claimed that it was a very affordable way to get a battery bank in your house. And someone told me that, well, it's a lot cheaper, more affordable if you build your own batteries. Yep. I must say that YIX has sent me this box for free to review, and it's a battery box which will turn into a battery bank at some point. But yeah, it's all your fault. Someone told me that it was cheaper to do it this way. Cheap, more affordable, better products, yeah, all of that good stuff. So yeah, I have been chatting with Lucy at YIXEnergy in Shenzhen, and she has made it possible for me to review their now vertical battery bank. It should have wheels and everything. It's quite heavy, so we're gonna take it out of the box, and then I'm gonna manhandle it down into the basement. I think this is about 25 kilograms or something like that. And then at some point there are some battery cells arriving for it, and this will take 16 battery cells. But rambling, let's get this heavy thing out of the box. Here is a quick look at the box on their web page. I don't think the price is right. I've actually just messaged Lucy and asked if she could deliver some real prices. I hope I have those by the end of the video. Otherwise, editing mode will put them on the screen, probably just about now. So it's a vertical box on wheels, and these are available from within the EU. So this was shipped to me very quickly, no issues whatsoever. Only issue was that I needed to get home from Portugal to pick it up. So let's get this show on the road and cut into this. The box says that this side is up. Just check, arrows pointing up. So I'll continue. I don't know if it's a box in a box. It could be. Nope. We do have some. Oh, we got a picture. Okay, it's a little bit different from what I saw on their webpage. On the webpage, the connections to the inverter is on the top, and on this one it's on the side. Lucy said that this was a brand new model that they had, so I'm probably among the first that gets to show you this, which I'm of course hugely honored about. So let's see what this looks like. Has a lot of this good foam. There. And it's in plastic. This is like a DIY set that you put together yourself. So it's a bit of a kit. It's gonna be very enjoyable. I do like my kits. That came out wrong. I do like a set that needs to be put together. So this is gonna be very enjoyable, I'm sure. But that's why the next video is gonna be happening in the basement, because when I'm gonna be putting in the batteries when they arrive, this thing is gonna be like. She said that it would be 123 kilograms all together. So yeah, we're gonna have a look at this in the living room, and then in the next video where I put in the batteries, that's gonna be happening in the basement, because 123 kilograms is more than I can move down the stairs, that's for sure. And the wheels and stairs are not gonna help much. I am gonna manhandle this out of the box and we'll be right back with you. Okay, here it is on my little stool, which is taking quite the beating of this heavy box. We're gonna remove the plastic here. I see that there are screw holes for the wheels in the bottom. I also see that they have mounted some of the stuff. I'm a bit disappointed with that. I was hoping to do that. Oh, that's a... Holy moly! That's a switch. Okay, battery box. I see that this is the top of it. Screw holes here. Here are all the communications. There should be a JK200A BMS in here. Handles. Okay. Let me get a Phillips head and we should try and get into this. Display goes there, so I'm hoping that that is inside. Even with this, the battery should work. We should turn it around and see the other side, Morten. All the people are excited to see that there is just a cover here, and that probably needs... No, there's something in there. Let's see that when we get to it. But Phillips head screwdriver. So the box has this manual here, and it clearly says YIXEnergy, and this is the DIY 48 volt 16S. That 16 is very easily confused with an 18. That's a bad font for that. And this can take 280 amp hours and up to 220 amp hour batteries and everything in between. But putting this together, you get pictures. So it tells you, step 1, open the cover and front panel and take out the wheels. So the first thing that we're gonna do is mounting the wheels. And all the way, you get little pictures of what to do here. Also, we're not gonna get very far before we need to, we need the batteries. It's already over here in step 6 that batteries are needed. So in this video, we're just gonna have an overlook at it. Because in the basement it's noisy, so nice to get some pictures. I have removed all the screws, so now we can take the cover off. I need both hands though. Maybe. Have I forgotten a screw down here? Nope, it's good. Do I have any cables? No, also good there. So the back of the front panel, it has an on-off switch there. Right here is a little button. I don't know if it's an on-off or if it's just to turn on and off the display. That would be more fair. So let's see what's inside. We have some protective stuff. We have that huge switch over here. Takes up quite the amount of space. We have a huge fuse down there. We have these leads, bus bars. I need to remove this for a better view. Also just to find the wheels. They must be located down there somewhere. So yeah, 4 more screws. And you can help me remember that those are another kind than the ones laying over here. One thing that I think about this box already is there are too many screws. With all those brilliant engineers, they should have done something where the cover slides into some slots and then maybe just have the top screws. I would have liked that. There are like 5 screws on each side and then there's 4 screws on the top. Less would have been quite enough. So those screws has magically disappeared. This is very well thought out. We have PCBs ready to connect all of the balancing leads. They do feel a bit thin. Oh, and this one is a temperature, is it? Yeah, it's a temperature sensor that you screw on somewhere. So, but we need to get in there to get the boxes. There are boxes down here, and there's battery divider plates here to protect the batteries on the side of the box. And there's some foam board here to have. I think some of the batteries are not the same thickness, so if you get some batteries that are thicker or thinner, you can adjust it with the foam board. But we need this one out to get the box. Oh, some of them can be. Let's see how many of them can be taken out. We're not gonna get far with that. We better take this off as well. So this one has 2 screws here, and it has 2 screws in the bottom. I would have done that differently. The 2 screws up here would be fine, but down here and that end, it could just have slotted in. So you could just put this in and then screw it on the top, and that would have been, well, I guess the screws helps with the stability. Stop whining, Morten. Stop whining. So now this comes out. Let's see what this looks like. The BMS, or it claims to be the BMS, and it's the JKPB2A116S20P. So we're gonna have a look at that in just a little bit. Then we have this one, and I am very much guessing that that is the wheels that we should mount first. So this is of course cool that it comes with the tool and screws for mounting, and it's just a plastic bag that has been tied up. Cool. And then we have the wheels. Let's see, this one can lock. And oh, handles. That's for the top. I think I saw 2 handles and some wheels that cannot lock. Another not locking wheel with bearings, and this is just hard plastic. And one more wheel that is lockable. So I'll check the manual. Probably the lockable has to be in the front, which would, yeah, that would be smart. The front of the box, so you could roll it in place and lock the box. Whereas if you put them in the back, well, you get the idea. Okay, I have put the screws in loosely, and the wheel is a little bit adjustable. I don't know why, but you can choose where you want to fasten it. So yeah, I'm gonna go for the outside. Why did it come with an Allen key? That's to mount the handles. So the Allen key is not for the wheels. We need our trusty Phillips head for that. Okay, that's the wheels done, and these are the front wheels, and they lock in place. There is one ever so slightly, and I don't know if it's. I would have liked this locking mechanism to not stick out, but if you want to lock it with your foot, it will stick out, and when it's locked in place, you can't turn this around. There is like a thing here that locks it, so somehow you would need to lock it in a position where it's not sticking out. So yeah, but overall this is just fine. So let's get it upright. Oh, I forgot that one. It's loose. Oh, I didn't see that. The BMS is already in it. It's right up there. Oh. Okay. The wires comes out of it. It's not a lot of good lights this way. Let's turn it around. I didn't see that. So this is the negative and this is the positive. Usually the BMS is on the negative lead of the batteries, and the positive lead goes through this very beefy switch there on the side of the unit here. But we have a little bit more work here, so we'll get these handles out of here. So that goes there. Yeah, this is aluminium, nicely painted in black. And there are something on the other side of the box for this to hold on to. I guess you could probably stack two of these on top of each other if you didn't use the wheels. I'm sure the box seems to be strong enough to do something like that. Okay, handles are mounted. These are gonna be rather important for when I need to move this into the basement. On wheels with handles. Lucy just got back to me with the price of this box, and it seems like it's just under $600 here in the EU, and she says that it's with free shipping, so $600 ish, and free shipping to everywhere. Normal places, there are some islands that where it will be extra, but that is really not uncommon. So yeah, I thought it would be more actually. Just the BMS up here is a couple of $100, euros, if you want one of those. So the rest of, well, it's just because it's a big thing. It feels like it's not a lot of money, but naturally it is quite an investment. So the batteries, they are separately, and we're gonna get into that when I mount the batteries, what the cost of those would be. I do wonder though, now that the BMS is already installed, what is in the box? So this box says BMS, and it says the number of that BMS. So what have they put in this one? Oh, okay, so it's all the stuff for the BMS. So probably the BMS was in here. Yeah, the box is big enough so that the BMS could have been in here. So here are all the copper things to mount the batteries. We get a tiny little network cable, and we have a plug that goes into a connection on the side of the box. Then we have this thing, which well, I'm very happy that you asked what that is. I haven't got a clue. No, it's all in Chinese. Never seen a thing like that before. Install the fire extinguisher on the cover. Okay, I had to Google this. This is a fire extinguisher. It operates if the temperature around it turns 170 degrees, plus minus 10 degrees. Then there's a chemical reaction inside that it looks like a firecracker when it goes off, but it creates a lot of gas that is not flammable. So the idea is that you mount this inside of the box, and if there's a fire in the box it will go off and it will shut the fire off again. Lithium iron phosphate batteries are really difficult to get to produce a fire, but well, they have added this box for peace of mind, I guess. So a peace of mind fire extinguisher. Thank you. Oh, and this piece of wire is not actually a piece of wire, it's the temperature sensor thing. So you can have the box sitting somewhere and you can measure the temperature somewhere else. And yeah, so awesome. Then it comes with some additional wires and a whole lot of bolts. I am guessing very much this is the size of bolts that will fit the these things on top of the batteries. So yeah, and a selection of very small zip ties, tiny. Okay, that was that box. It's really only interesting when the batteries arrive, I think. Then we have a mystery box here. So what's in mystery box number 2? What could this be? Something. Oh, it's the display. Ah, of course. Okay. So here is the display. I had forgotten about that. So yeah, there's a display that goes onto the side, somewhere there. Except we need the metal, and it can tell us all sorts of stuff of what's going on in the box. So we saw some of the stuff, these protective plastic things that goes on the side of the box. There are some more stuff. I guess these things goes on top of the batteries somehow. We have these. I don't really want to stay there. We have these that goes on the end, up and down of the battery box. And then we have a whole box of, this is a foamy thing that goes between the batteries. I think we could put those over here. There. Now I'm suddenly very excited for the batteries to get here. The box here was available in the EU. The batteries are being shipped from China. So, well, they'll be a bit longer. I will wait. I could mount the display now, but as I'm gonna be moving this box down to the basement, there is all the chance in the world that I could destroy the display trying to manhandle this box. So I'm gonna wait to mount it until it's ready in the basement. I think that's the smarter move. And I might also, this is, it's a couple of kilograms, so I might take this stuff out when I'm gonna move the box, just to make it easier to move it. So naturally this goes in, and this is where those slots could have been made. So right now there's just holes for the screws to go in, but if that instead had been 2 spikes coming up, you could put the spikes in here, and then you would only have to screw in the top. Yeah, stop whining, Morten. But yeah, I have all sorts of good ideas here. We haven't actually looked at this. This is where you connect your battery to the inverter. So, and this is a clear plastic. So I'm just gonna have a look, have a peek. So. How does this work? Okay, they come off. So you can connect your wires to it here. Looks like 8 millimeters. Your positive and your negative wires there. Cool. And then when you're connected, you peel the cardboard from this piece of acrylic, and well, that looks better. I'll put that back on. So that was a look at the YIXEnergy battery box, and now I'm very looking forward to the cells arriving, so that I can put some cells in here and build my battery bank. And yeah, looking very much forward to that. And I do really hope that the price is going to be able to compete with the other solutions that I've done. So thank you very much for watching my videos. Do subscribe to my channel so you can see me again, and have a really nice day. Bye bye.